Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to do a book review. In fact, I have a bunch of books that I want to review pretty soon, and I keep putting them off to do other things, but I have some books I really like, and I wanted to share with you guys. But today, we're talking about this one. This is the 33rd edition Blue Book of Gun Values. They do have a new edition. They have a 34th edition that just came out not too long ago. I'll put a link to the site, the publisher that, or whatever publication that puts these books out. But I really like this one a lot. Now, as far as like an average consumer like me and you, if you have a couple guns here and there, this may not be for you. I like this book just because I like having a nice library that pertains to all kinds of stuff that, you know, I'm into, all my hobbies. I have all kinds of knife books, I have all kinds of gun books, I have knife defense books, tactics, I have survival books, all kinds of crap like that. I love that. So I wanted this as just a general reference for gun values. But for me or you, it's not always something that you may be interested in. I would definitely say if you're someone watching, if you have a gun shop, this should be a staple in every single gun shop across America, just because it is an awesome, very quick reference to see what a gun's value would be. And obviously there's thousands and thousands of guns in here. This book is huge. There's 2,400 plus pages. It's massive. It's probably 3.5 inches thick, 4 inches, well, maybe not 4, but 3 to 3.5 inches thick. It's massive, nice glossy cover here. And yeah, but it's a book, and I mean, doing a book review as opposed to some other book reviews, which I can talk about, there's not much to say in this video, so I'm going to be looking up a gun instead. I mean, the book is broken down very nicely for you. It shows you every possible option a gun could have, which would add value. It tells you, you know, different percentages of the current condition, 100%, 98, 95, 90, 80, 70, and 60. So anything below 60%, condition would be very terrible. It'd be a horrible, horrible condition gun. Guns are very strange. They're very hit and miss from what I've seen. I've seen some old guns I thought would be worth tons of money, and they're not worth a lot of money. And then there's oddball guns where you're like, well, what's so special with that? And it's worth, you know, $3 or something, you know? So it's really interesting to have a book like this for reference. But for the average consumer, if you have a couple guns in your collection, you may not want to invest in a book like this. These cost like 50 bucks. I think the current edition is $45 direct from the publication. This one I got on sale. I got this one cheaper. I wouldn't pay $50 for a book. But I love having it in my little library. I would say this would be a great present for someone. I know Christmas is around the corner. Before we know it, it's gonna be Christmas time. If you know someone with a bunch of guns and you can't really afford to buy them a gun, a new one, and you don't want to get them the same old thing, give them ammo or like a new magazine for one of the guns they have, this would be an awesome gift for any gun collector, gun enthusiast. This would be a really cool thing for them to have. Something to keep in their office, something to flip through, and of course they'll want to look up all their own guns anyway. But more so, I would definitely say if you own a gun shop, you should definitely have something like this in there. Obviously people are bringing all kinds of guns from all different eras, all different conditions, and you want to be able to quickly, you know, reference this book in the back room, of course, so you can come out looking like you know everything. But it's impossible to know everything about every gun. But you can come out and confidently give them a proper offer for their used gun. So anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna look up this. This is my Ruger single 6. I love this gun. This is my favorite 22. I've been a huge fan of 22s. In fact, I wanna get a modern revolver, a double action 22 revolver to have like in my collection just to shoot. But we're gonna look this one up, get some information about it, and see what it's worth. So first thing, I want to show you that this is in fact unloaded. So to do that, I will show you all 6 chambers. There we go. Oh, I love this gun. Nice tight parts on this. It feels good. Just clicking that back feels so good. Nice light trigger. Love this gun. But anyway, we're gonna be looking up this particular gun. This is a Ruger single 6. I know this is an older one. I looked it up once. I want to say it's probably manufactured around 62, something like that. I know it has something to do with the pins. This is a 3-pin model, and the new ones are 2 pins, like after the 70s. I forget exactly the details. But we're gonna look it up and we're gonna see what we can find. So I know there's a Ruger single 6, so first we want to do is go to the R's. Now you can see how these markings are on the side. So all the letters correspond with a section of black, so you can kind of do a quick reference as to where you want to be. So I want to go to R. Actually, I want to go to S for Sturm and Ruger. Okay, there's tons of pages, and I'll edit that 2 seconds out of there of me finding this page. I don't know exactly where I'm at yet, but I'm in Sturm and Ruger, so it is alphabetical. Vaquero, which is an awesome revolver that I really want, single action revolver. Let's see, looking for the Ruger single 6. All right, revolver, single action, old models. Here we go. Ruger single 6. So let's see, 22 LR caliber. You know what, I'm gonna have to grab a little tape measure to see what my barrel length is. Hold on just a second. So let's see how long my barrel is on this puppy. Okay, I have 5.5 inch barrel. So, knowing that, I see exactly what model we have. All right, so the 22, the single 6 came in a 4 5/8, a 5.5, or a 9.5 inch barrel. Fixed sights, rubber grips, blue finish. Well, I have wood grips and fixed sights, so let's see. Ooh, add $650 of value for the factory stag grips. That would be pretty sweet. And add $1,200 for the factory ivory grips. Hot damn, I don't have those. Anyway, let's read a little bit about this. A negotiated premium can be added for examples with S, which are seconds, or D, duplicate markings. After 1962, only the 5.5 inch gun was available as an LR model, which is an RSS5W. That's interesting. So my gun is, at least it's old, or excuse me, it's newer than it's 1962 or newer. Best way I could put that. Okay, walnut grips became standard equipment, which I have here on these Walmart grips. Did I say Walmart grips? Walnut grips. Genuine stag and ivory. Oh, wait a minute, I skipped that line. Walnut grips became standard equipment in 1961, and from 61 to 62, hard rubber grips were available only as an option on this model. Genuine stag and ivory grips were also available as an accessory for the XR3 grip frame. Due to their rarity, authentication by an expert is necessary. Varnished walnut grips appear at serial number 160,000 and up. Then they change the grip frame. So first off, let's see what serial number this is. You get an idea. 160,000 and up. Mine's 300,000. So there you go. Makes sense. All right, so let's see. Ruger single 6 with a flat loading gate, 5.5 inch barrel. I have a round loading gate. I'm assuming they mean the external diameter. It's round, right? Yeah, makes sense. So let's see. Let's read on and learn. Okay, wait. Let's see. Single 6 with a round loading gate. With round loading gate, serial number up to approximately 195,000, which does not mean me because I have 300,000 something. So skip all that. Single 6 factory engraved models. I do not have an engraved model. Spanish, all blue, standard, no. Single 6 22 Magnum. Now, by the way, this gun came with a 22 Magnum cylinder. So perhaps that's what it was. 6.5 inch barrel only, between 300,000 and 342,500 for the serial number. So no, still not me. Aha! Single 6 convertible. Similar to a single 6, except 22 LR and 22 Winchester Mag Remington interchangeable cylinders. Redesigned grip frame. From the red to the wood grips. Came in 4 5/8, 5.5, 6.5. Wow, manufactured from 62 to 72. So right away, because of this friggin' book, and I swear, I'm doing this all off the cuff, obviously, it's why it's taken me forever. I just learned that this is a Ruger single 6 convertible. That is the model gun this is, because it came with the interchangeable cylinders. So that is cool. I learned something about my gun. And I also learned this is made between 1962 and 1972. So great condition for the year. It's why I bought this thing. Got it from an old dude who bought it way back in the day for his son. Son never shot. I met up with him through a gun club and I saw it. I fell in love with it. I'm like, man, I wish I had one of those. He's like, well, what you got in your pocket, boy? This is exactly what he said to me. Very old school guy. What do you got in your pocket, boy? I said 10 bucks. He said, well, that's not gonna do it, but if you wanna buy this, I'll give it to you for $195. And I said, absolutely, and went right to the bank and took the money out and bought it. All right, so let's see. Single 6 convertible, 5.5, 6.5, 5.5 or 6.5 inch barrel. Let's see, serial numbers for the 5.5 begins at 194,000, and for the 6.5 begins at 340,000. That's interesting. So here is my price range for this gun. This gun in 100% condition is worth 450 bucks. This is not in 100% condition. Put that there for a marker. I would say the bluing on this is awesome. It's really, really nice. I mean, this one, it's not cleaned up right now. On the exposed stainless, there is a little bit of patina. Okay, so that's gonna knock it down a little bit on condition, even though I think it looks fine. It is patina, it's not in her perfect condition. The grips are awesome on this. I don't see any major scratching anywhere. The matte finish on the frame here is totally fine. There is some scratching right here on the back, some scuffing. Overall, if I had to give this a percentage from being mint condition till now, I can confidently say 90 to 95%. I mean, I think that's, you know, underestimating this. It might be more, I don't know. So let's see. So this gun is worth between $300 and $400. So there you have it. Very, very interesting. So there you go. That's my Ruger single 6 convertible, which now I know. So I learned something, and that's what's cool about books like this, is you always learn something. And I don't care how much you know about guns, there's something in here you don't know about. There's probably lots in here you don't know about. So I love the book, and I'm glad I looked this up, because now I know exactly what gun I have and exactly its current value. Now, of course, there are 34 different editions of this book. It's constantly revised because the market changes. But if you were to get an older version, because you can get an older edition a little bit cheaper, it's not going to be that much off as far as the prices are. You know, it'll be a different cover art for the book. You know, it'll be a different cover on the front, but most of the information is probably going to be very similar, if not identical. So you may want to get an older edition and save yourself a couple bucks. But I love this book. I think it's really cool. I've referenced it probably 6 or 7 times. I know I've looked up, I mean, that's for me personally. I have looked up guns for other people many, many times with this book. You know, because some of my friends know I have this in the gun club they're in. So anyway, there it is, the Blue Book, Blue Book of Gun Values. This is a 33rd edition. There is a new one out there, and I think it's definitely worth getting. If you're a gun connoisseur, it's a cool thing to have. It's really good if you're in the market to be buying new guns and you want to kind of get an estimate as to what their value is currently and see what people are asking for them, so you'll know if you're getting a deal or not. So that's all. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Take care.